Alright, listen, I have watched some very interesting Vancouver Canucks games throughout the years. As far as season openers go, this has got to be up there with one of the craziest games I've ever seen the Vancouver Canucks play. They opened their season today against the Calgary Flames in just an absolutely chaotic, I think that's the word I'm going to go with. It was a chaotic game from start to finish. Didn't really know what was going on because, man, there was just stuff happening at every minute of the game. Canucks end up losing the game in a very embarrassing fashion, 6-5 in overtime after having the lead 4-1 after the first period. I thought they sealed it, but the Flames clawed their way back. I gotta give them my respect. They played a very good game. After Kevin Rooney went down, they binded together and played for him. They got the job done, and the Canucks just looked really soft in the second and third period. Honestly, it was such a shock to me because in the first period, the Canucks were playing a good game. They were buzzing around, they were scoring goals, they were looking like a really dangerous team. But then, I don't know, just looking like they were out of position in the second period, just a step behind the Flames who were eager to get that tying goal. And then before you knew it, they got it. They tied it up 4-4. Canucks went down a goal 5-4. And it's frustrating because this was so preventable, but it's classic Canucks. Of course, they come up with some late-game heroics, as usual, the comeback Canucks, but we'll get to that. For now, let's talk about the first period of this hockey game to discuss what went down in this absolute mess. Early on in the hockey game, and Kevin Rooney gets absolutely smoked here by JT Miller. He goes hard into the boards and falls awkwardly. Listen, you obviously hate to see a player get hurt, and hopefully Kevin Rooney is okay, but this was a clean check. It's unfortunate the way it unfolded because Rooney was in a little bit of an awkward position and Miller was coming in hot, but with the speed of the game nowadays, stuff like this is bound to happen. So hopefully Kevin Rooney is okay. But moving on, the Canucks get themselves a power play, and it's Daniel Sprong who gets the first Canucks goal of the season, a lethal shot there over Vladar, and he beats him to make it 1-0. Later on, it's the Canucks back on the power play. It's a beautiful passing play here, Pettersson to DeBrusk, and then Brock Boeser makes no mistake, making it 2-0 for Vancouver. Moments later, and it's Connor Garland who gets himself on the board here. Aatu with his first Vancouver Canucks point, and just like that, it's a 3-0 hockey game for the Canucks. Later on, the Canucks get a little bit sloppy here. Pass gets intercepted. Flames on the break. It's Anthony Mantha, and he scores his first goal as a Calgary Flame. Nice move there on Silovs. 3-1 game. But shortly after that, the Vancouver Canucks retake their 3-goal lead here. Brock Boeser with his second goal of the game, and heading into the first intermission, the Vancouver Canucks are feeling absolutely great. In the second, I can't lie, it's pretty uneventful until later on in the period, where Rasmus Andersson finds himself with some space here, and he fires it by Silovs to make it 4-2. I can't lie, this was a nice shot, but people are starting to figure out Silovs here. He has a pretty good look at this one, and he gets beat clean. To be fair to Silovs, I don't know what the Vancouver Canucks defense is doing here, leaving all of this space in our own zone, letting Andersson just walk straight in there. Bunch of pylons on the ice there, but it is what it is. We move on now to the third period. In the third period, and Pospisil, of all people, scores a goal on the Canucks. Listen, this one was just really scrambly, but at the end of the day, it's another straight shot that just beats Silovs clean because he fails to track the puck. And I don't know what it is, because positionally in close, he's normally quite good, but it's these long shots that are giving him a little bit of trouble here. And it looks like the Flames have figured this out, because later on in the game, Mackenzie Weegar on the power play, a very long shot, perfectly placed, but it beats Silovs, and the game is tied 4-4. That was a very frustrating one to give up. But we don't even have time to think about that one, because moments later, it's the Flames once again. And I can't believe it because Huberdeau has just scored a goal, one of the jammiest goals I've ever seen. What is the defense doing here? Carson Soucy just watches this one as it goes in the net. I mean, come on, when the puck is in the blue paint, you gotta have a little bit more hunger than that. Just didn't even seem like he cared to get the puck out of there. It's 5-4 for the Flames. But then somehow, the comeback Canucks have made yet another return here. Hughes with a nice block here on the empty net. Spins with the puck, passes it over to Miller. Miller walks in, and he fires it by Vladar to tie this game up 5-5. But the thing is, it wasn't even like I was that happy at all about this goal, because I was still puzzled about how we gave up a 4-1 lead. If anything, I was just relieved that this game was going to overtime in the first place. But anyways, in that overtime, it's Phil Hronek here with a masterclass in defending. Listen, man, Phil's got to pack his bags. take his $7.25 million with him and fill out a McDonald's application, because what the hell was that? Connor Zary walks by him, walks by Silovs, and puts it into the empty net. It's a nice goal, to be fair to him, but really should have been defended better. It's a disappointing loss for the Canucks. They lose 6-5 in overtime, and you know what? It is what it is. It's the first game of the season. People are going to be amped up. People are going to be excited. It is embarrassing. I'm not going to deny that, but we'll see what the Canucks look like in Game 2, see if they can respond. I don't know what to say. That was just a wild game from start to finish. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's all for me in this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out and take care.